Welcome back, folks, to part 2 of this Manchester United rebuild, where in the first part we sold everybody barring a few players that we wanted to build a team around, namely Højlund, Garnacho and Mainoo. I think we had Martinez as well, but he has eventually gone towards the end of the 5th season, with a Saudi Arabian side coming in with money we could not refuse in the end. So the named 3 players, they're the players that we are aiming to lift the Champions League. So going into this part 2 means that we have not won a Champions League as yet. However, we have won other trophies. The Community Shield, we've won that for the past 2 seasons now. The Carabao Cup, we won that in 23 and 28. I think it was in 28 really, was the one that we won. The Conference League, we did win that in 25. We also won the FA Cup now twice on the bounce, 27 and 28. We've also won the Europa League in 26. And I think that is about it. A total of 7 trophies, all cups. But eluding us at the moment is the Premiership and the Champions League. The save will stop when we win the Champions League or 10 seasons, whichever one comes first. So just to recap, in the league is where what we have been getting up to. We did finish 8th in our first season, then 6th, 4th, then we got a 2nd, and then recently finishing 3rd with our best points and best stats really over the 5 seasons we've played so far. But jumping in straight into the transfers for season 6, let's not dilly-dally. We let go of Kone. He's gone to Barcelona for up to £43 million. He wasn't really getting much game time, and to be perfectly honest, there are better players out there, and I wanted to bring them in, and we couldn't really do that without letting some players go. They weren't namely on the transfer list, but Barcelona came in with a bid, and it was quite a lot of money, so we decided to take it. But that did mean we could bring in Romeo Lavia from Chelsea for £88 million. DM. Wow, to play alongside Mainoo. Look at them stats, absolutely brilliant. I think it's another player like Elise that United should be going after, and hopefully they do get them in the end. 24 years old is Lavia. He looks really, really good, and I'm hoping he's going to help Mainoo out, because he's got potential. He's not reaching it, and to be perfectly honest, I think he should have done by now. But Lavia for £88 million, I think it's quite a bargain. 6 games for us already with 2 assists. We also bring in from Zvezda for £7 million, I think it is. 20-year-old wonder kid, Pedrak. I'm not going to pronounce that last name. I'm afraid I will butcher it. But Serbian, 20 years old. Like I say, a wonder kid. Really as a backup to Guterres at left back. I realised we didn't really have a decent left back. And at 20 years old, plenty of potential, a wonder kid. Wow, what can you say? £7 million, it was pretty cheap, and I think definitely one for a future, or one that could slot in and do the job for us if Guterres is injured. Tactically, we're dropping back to 2 DMs. I just wasn't really comfortable with the what Mainoo pushing up, because he really didn't do that much. I think his best position is as a DM going forward, but I just don't know. We'll see what happens. If we pick our best 11, this is the side we've got. All our 3 main players are in there. So Højlund leads the line. We've got Garnacho on the left, Wirtz, Elise, we've got Lavia, Mainoo, Frimpong, Todido, Hato, Guterres and Costa. I mean, that is a pretty good side. I think at some point we may have to upgrade on Elise. He is dropping off a little bit, but it's still pulling in the figures. Our front line is spot on. It's absolutely brilliant. They're just outdoing each other, really. Lavia comes in to shore up the midfield. I think that's where we've been lacking quite a bit. And Frimpong, he had a poor season relating to the previous season, so hopefully he's going to get back to his previous season's figures. We've put Elise on advanced playmaker on the right hand side. He wasn't really comfortable as a winger as such, so that's his favoured position, so we're going to give that a go. Lavia comes in as a ball winning midfielder as opposed to a Segundo Volante, I think it was, we had last season. And I think that is the only change that we have on Højlund. He's gone as an advanced forward as opposed to complete forward. I think they were the only changes we've done, so we're going to give this one a go for season 6. So far so good. We've only taken the 1 loss this season. That was at home to Chelsea, 1-0. The goal in the 81st minute from Nicholas Jackson, but we did beat Brighton 4-0, Forest 3-2, 3-1 Palace, and West Ham in the Carabao Cup 3rd round 4-1. But we did win the Charity Shield 4-1 against Liverpool. Love it. Absolutely when we beat teams like that, but we do have Liverpool coming up next. The Champions League, we've been drawn against Real Madrid, which we smashed last season, as you may remember. If not, go back and have a look. But we smashed them 6-1, I think it was, in the group stage. We've got Inter as well, Barcelona. So we're playing Barcelona and Real Madrid again. And hopefully it'll go our way this time. We've got Club Bruges, St. Gallen, Benfica, Karabag and Monaco. I feel we should be pretty comfortable coming after this group. We are lying 5th in the table because of that one loss, but we're only 3 points off Chelsea, who are 4 for 4. They're the only team we lost against. It looks like we are 4th favourites in the Champions League. Again, please quote me if I'm wrong, but that's how I read it, and that's how I want to read it. Believe what you want, I think. We'll take it. We'll take the win as a win. I mean, behind Real Madrid, PSG and Bayern Munich, we're starting to build, but I would hope we should be able to get to the final at some point before the 10 season runs out. So this season, let's have a look, see where we are predicted to finish. Oh, 4th now, 9-1. So we were around about the 6th mark position, and now they've pushed us into 4th. 9-1 favourites to win the league. It's pretty close up there at the top. Wirtz is still our, in the Dream 11 from our side. Don't know where everybody else is. I would like to get Alexander-Arnold. That will be a steal and a half. Right, okay, let's go into Season 6 without any further ado. Let's see how we get on. After 6 years of rebuilding this team virtually from scratch, we have won the Premiership finally. We're almost through it away towards the end of the season. We drew a game in the last 5, but so did Chelsea. We finished ahead of Chelsea and ahead of Liverpool just by the odd few points. But all 3 of us really drew a game, which probably cost us one way or another almost. But for us, we only lose 5 games this season, and that was to City, Newcastle, Chelsea, Leicester and Chelsea. So Chelsea twice. So they could have really damaged us hard there. But we only conceded 27 goals as well. This is by far our best stats since starting from scratch. But 6 seasons in, we finally lift the Premiership. Højlund leading joint goal scorer with Haaland with 24 goals. We dominate the best players. The average ratings: Frimpong, Garnacho, Wirtz. Frimpong also gets most assists in the season. Garnacho most player of the match awards, with Frimpong getting 7, not far behind. Diego Costa joint leading clean sheet taker as well, and Lavia almost getting the most yellow cards for a season as well. So in one way or another, we have dominated across the board there. So I'm really pleased with that. Maybe that one signing of Lavia into the side was good choice. So we started off quite well. The first couple of losses in the first couple of months. We did beat Liverpool 2-0. And then we go on a nice little run here. Unbeaten 1, 2, 3, 4, nearly 5 months worth of unbeaten runs in the league. 4-0 over Bristol City. Fulham we smash. We beat Man City. Tottenham we thrash. A few draws here though. We did encounter a few of them. 4-0 over Brighton, 3-0 Crystal Palace. You don't see that very often. Liverpool we drew 1-1. Then we lost to Chelsea, Newcastle and Man City in the space of 4 games there, which almost derailed us a little bit. But, oh look, Leicester 6-0. But 5-0 against Bristol City again. A couple of high scoring. Everton 3-0. But look at that last game of the season. We thrashed West Ham 8-0. Which guaranteed us the Premiership title. Garnacho with a hat-trick, Elise with a brace, Hato with a brace, and Højlund with a goal as well. Mainu played, which is good, Garnacho and Højlund. So our 3 main players that we're building around. Competition-wise, ooh, wow, okay. So Carabao Cup will start off with runners-up. We lost to Arsenal 2-1 in the final. Garnacho leading goal scorer in the competition with Diego Costa with most clean sheets. But that's unfortunate. FA Cup, we didn't fare as well, finishing in the 5th round, losing 1-0 to Spurs. That's crazy. And then look at the Champions League. We're almost ended the save here and now. We runners up. We get to the final and we lost to Real Madrid. Højlund, leading goal scorer in the competition, the Golden Boot taker. Garnacho, second best player in the league as well. He also gets leading assists. Costa gets most clean sheets. I mean, it's a good all-round performance. But let's take it from the league phase. How did we fit? Top of the group again. Unbeaten, 7 wins. We beat Monaco, Karabakh, we thrashed them actually. St. Gallen, Club Brugge, Barcelona we beat 2-0, Inter and Real Madrid. So Real Madrid getting their own backers in the final. They finished 5th in fact, losing to ourselves and Leverkusen. But we were the only team unbeaten, which is good to see. Round of 16 we played Juventus. We absolutely thrashed them 7-1 overall. Wow. Quarters we beat Liverpool 6-3 after a 3-3 second leg draw. And the semi-finals we beat Barcelona 3-1 thanks to a 3-0 second leg victory. Real Madrid squeezing through on penalties. Otherwise, we would have played PSG. Oh, that was so close. So close. But another bonus, though, we are in the Club World Championships. So that'll be played later on this month. And we'll have a look at that when we come back. Squad-wise, go by goals. Højlund really is coming in now. 40 goals and 5. Garnacho, 31 and 19. Brilliant. He's reaching his potential, is where we want him to be. Wirtz as well, 20 and 12. Elise, 17 and 10. Again, we don't need to touch the front line. Hato, 7 and 7. Wow. Frimpong, 6 and 28. He's back to his best, providing the goals. Brilliant. Kanate, what did he do? He did score 6 goals as well. Lavia, 5 and 6. Canley, Inacio, he got a few games as well. What happened to Mainu? 2 and 14. Okay, that's better. That is a lot better. Costa, 47 and 63 with 31 clean sheets. That's got to be good. I mean, he's now 29. But more importantly, if we do need to improve, where can we improve? Money-wise, wow. Okay, we get so far and the money is rolling in. But just out of interest, are we debt-free yet? Just 57 million left to pay. Looks like they've taken out another loan though. So not much happening in the transfer window. Amad Diallo's the only person really we let go of any note. £20 million to PSV. Not getting any game time. He was going out on loan a lot and wasn't really improving. So, and he was never ever going to get into the team, unfortunately. We've just got 2 good right wingers. Cambuala, he's also gone out on a free to VfL Bochum. Forson has gone to Aberdeen on loan. And we lose youngster Vorster as well to Southampton on a free. However, we did make 2 signings. We had a lot of money to spend and it felt rather silly not to spend it. Our first signing from Tottenham for £59 million. Wonder kid, 20-year-old Anthony Van Selm. A right back, good backup for Frimpong, I think. And he's got amples of potential. He could actually overtake Frimpong. Frimpong's getting on to 28-29 now, so we're going to be looking to replace him at some point. 20 years old, quite a bargain. Ray Tottenham again for £65 million. Forward Pierrick Ndubam, do apologise. Again, a lot of money. Another youngster, he is a wonder kid. Forward, he can play anywhere along the front line as well. Højlund, he's our only striker, really, and we know we got other players that can play there, but an out-and-out striker, I think he could be a good replacement or at least a good backup. We're sticking with the same formation and we pick our best 11. It is the same 11 from last season. I don't see any reason why we would want to change it. We could have problems at the back. To Debo, he's getting nearly 30 now, so he will need replacing. And same with a couple of other players as well. So we're going to have to keep an eye on it, especially like Frimpong, Gutierrez. It's our back line really that's getting a little bit older. The Club World Championship, well, we did pretty well actually. Al Ittihad, we beat 4-0. We did lose to PSG. However, we did beat Junior in the Group C, so we went on to the next round where we played AS Roma 3-0, 2-0 against Leipzig. We get our own back on Real Madrid for that loss in the Champions League. We beat them on penalties in the semi-finals. And then we beat Barcelona in the Club World Championship final after extra time to land us another trophy, and quite a big one as well. Quite prestigious, this particular cup, so I'm quite happy to come away unscathed and winning this one. Everything else has gone to plan, which is good. The Community Shield, we bagged that again for the 3rd season running. We beat Aston Villa 5-0. We drew with Arsenal and then we thrashed Chelsea 4-0. Which I'm really chuffed about as well. The Champions League, we've got Juventus, Leipzig, PAOK, Stuttgart, Real Madrid again, AC Milan, Slavia Prague and Porto. I'd like to think we can get out of that group quite easily once again. We are lying in 4th position, 2 wins and a draw. Just the 3 games. We are now 3rd favourites. We're going up the table, which is good, ahead of Bayern Munich as well, and Barcelona. Brilliant. This time, where are we predicted to finish? Fourth again, 13-2. I mean, is that better? I think it's like nearly 6.5 to 1, isn't it? I guess. So the odds are slightly slashed. We have got Hato, Frimpong, Wirtz and Costa in the Dream 11. Get him, boys. Come on. And we've got Garnacho and Wirtz to watch as well, key players. Right, okay, let's jump into our 7th season and let's see if we can get a elusive Champions League trophy. Season 7 was another close call. We win the league yet again, which is phenomenal stuff. We're starting to dominate English football once again. It's taken some time. 7 seasons in, 2nd Premiership title on the bounce now, ahead of Man City, just on goal difference though. We only conceded 39, not the least in the league. Who got that? Brentford? No. It was Tottenham. Wow, okay. Man City close behind us, but we did score the most in the league, 83. We still lose a fair bit of games, though, unfortunately. But level on points with City. 2 points ahead of Brentford. Brentford are in 3rd and in the Champions League spot as well. Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool in the Conference League. Who else dropped out? Not really any of the bigger names. They're still in the top 8. Newcastle, 9th. But apart from that, I think Brentford's the real surprise there. And Southampton in 7th place as well. Højlund, Golden Boot winner this season, which is pretty nice to see. He's starting to come into his own and he's starting to challenge Haaland as well. It's taken some time, but he has been our main goal scorer and he's done relatively well. And we'll have a look at his development as well as Garnacho and Mainu as well. But yeah, that is really, really good stuff as well. Bruno Fernandes is playing for Newcastle now. Interesting. So the league phase for this season, we had a good start. We did lose to Forest though, surprisingly, after beating Liverpool 4-2. Man City 1-0. I mean, some really good scores in there. We did beat the important games though. I think that's what helped us win the league. 5-1 win over Brighton. We did lose to West Ham, Wolves and Leicester. I mean, they're games that we should be winning, to be fair. We draw with Tottenham, beat Palace. Newcastle we drew. We did have a very good run in as well. 4 wins on the bounce though. Leicester, Southampton, Palace and Derby. Tottenham we lose away from home. Leeds we win. I mean, it has been sporadic, but I think the most important thing, the games like Man City, we beat them. We draw with Liverpool. We draw with Chelsea. We didn't lose to them. Arsenal we did though. But I guess they're not the teams that really we should have been watching it. Brentford coming out of nowhere. Wow, I think the wins over Man City definitely helped us win the league. Competition-wise, I think we've done it. I think we've won literally everything apart from the FA Cup. We'll come back to the Champions League because that means we end the series now. But we'll come to that one last. But the Community Shield, we won that earlier on. The Carabao Cup, we beat Leicester on penalties after a 3-3 draw. Højlund, 4 goals. Abada for Forest getting the most goals in the competition. Wow. And Costa most clean sheets, which is good to see. But we do win it regardless. The FA Cup, we get knocked out in the 5th round by Hull away from home 2-0. That is disappointing. Who went to win that one? It was Arsenal in the end. 2-1. Where did Hull get up to? They didn't get the semis, so they only made it to the next round then, I guess. Losing 6-3 to Chelsea after extra time. But more importantly, is the one that's really what we've been after, is the Champions League. We're beating Barcelona 3-2 after extra time. And as a treat, we'll see the goals flying in then, shall we? Barcelona do take it. What a finish that is. Vitor Roque, 1-0 at half time. Man United coming forward and Wirtz rolling onto a wonderful goal and slotting it in. I mean, that makes it 1-1. That's a fantastic goal to take as well. Well taken. Frimpong, Lavia, a lovely play. And Højlund, what he does best. Nice to see him. Or was that questions for offside there? But Barcelona do come back to make it 2-2. Oh, what a mistake by Costa. Comes for and absolutely flaps. But it is Kang-in Lee, I think, that wins it in the end. Gertrude, Van Selm. And it is Kang Lee, I think. What a wonderful goal, wonderful finish. Everybody involved, everybody playing really well. Our midfield, 6.8 and 6.7. Mainu, good to see him playing. Garnacho and Højlund, our 3 best, well, our 3 players that we've had from the very start. Really happy about that. We dominated, I think, 20 Shots to their 14, 8 on target to their 7, 2.58 expected goals. Possession, wow, okay, it was all Barcelona, but I'm happy we managed to do it this time. We've come so close in recent seasons. Well, that's our first Champions League in a while. Now in this rebuild, we have won all 3 European trophies, which is good to see. Højlund gets 11 goals, joint second leading goal scorer behind Profundi, who has 13. Wirtz, 9 assists in the competition. Lavia picks up the most yellow cards, so at least he's been doing his job in the midfield. But if we have a look at the league phase, we finished in 14th position. Not quite the unbeaten finishes that we have been doing, but we lost to Porto, Milan and Real Madrid. But we did beat Slavia Prague, Stuttgart, Poak, Leipzig and Juventus. Not convincingly like we have in previous seasons though. So that meant we had to go into the knockout round where we played AC Milan and beat them on penalties, thanks to a 4-3 second leg victory. Round of 16 we played PSG and beat them 2-0. Second leg 2-0 victory. Wow, brilliant. Tottenham go through, Liverpool go through, Man City go through. Nice to see a bunch of English teams going through as well. Quarterfinals, we played Real Madrid and absolutely spanked them. 5-0 second leg victory. Wow. We could be playing Liverpool or Barcelona or Bayern Munich, who knocked out Man City. The semi-finals, we played Liverpool. 4-3 in the end, despite losing our second leg. Barcelona getting to the final, thrashing Bayern Munich 4-2. And then, of course, the final, who we always seem to be playing against, Barcelona or Real Madrid in the Champions League at one way or another. But that is brilliant. We've done it finally. We have lifted up the Champions League, which is really, really good. It's taken a long time. Despite not winning the FA Cup, we've won quadruple of cups. The Premier League, the Carabao, the Community Shield, the Champions League. We could have won it all. Let's have a look at our squad, see how well they did in the end. If we look at goals, 43 goals for Højlund, 4 assists, 27 and 13 for Garnacho. Wirtz, 17 and 21. He has been an absolute inspiration since he joined Wirtz. He is one of my favourite wonder kids in the game. Cannot go wrong with him in that position. Elise, he did pretty well as well. 14 and 7, 10 and 7 for Kang In Lee. He's been from the start-ish as well. Pierrick as well did pretty well. 7 goals and 2 assists. That's good to see. Mainu, 7 and 11. He's starting to build. That's really good. He's now 25. 25 for Nacho, and Højlund is now 27. So they're still relatively young as well, which is brilliant. Hato did well, 3 and 3. 4 and 9 for Lavia as well, which is pretty good from midfield. Our goalkeeper, Frimpong, 16 assists, and not as many as previous seasons, but he still gets the numbers. Our goalkeeper, Costa, still doing the job at 30 years old. 73 conceding 69. It's not too bad, I guess. But let's have a look at some of the development of our youngsters then. So Højlund first, our striker, looks pretty good. Let's have a look at his histories. I mean, he has been putting it away. 149 goals in 323 in the league, 23. So he scored 43 this season, 42 last season, 31 the season before, 31 season 4, 38. I mean, he has been putting it away, so I cannot complain, and I'm glad we've stuck with him. So let's have a quick look at his development, his progress, his attributes, and if we have a look at all time, they have gone up. Some of them have gone down as well, like these crossing abilities, free kick taking, passing. Not that really bothered by that, but his finishing, it's only gone up by 1 though. Some of the, oh wow, look at this, positioning gone up by 7. Wow. 2 for acceleration. Pace has got down a little bit maybe. I don't think it's improved that much though, to be honest, but it has gone up though. Garnacho, let's have a quick look at him as well. He has, I think it's last season, this season, he's really jumped up to nearly 5-star. Remember, he was teetering on the 3-star for quite a while, not really improving, and somehow he's just come into his own. Maybe they just have to reach a certain age. But we have a look at his history as well. With 17 goals last season, 27 overall, 31 overall last season, 17 in the league. He has improved as well. He's not really put a foot wrong at all, has he? Again, looking at his development, he has, I think he's improved quite a bit. Wow. That is really, really good. There's only a couple of down arrow, well, 1 down arrow, and that's long throws. Yeah, don't really want him to be taking throws, but everything else, it's either on the up or going up. I mean, I wonder what he would be like at 30, because He looks really, really good. If we have a look at Mainu as well, stats-wise, looks pretty decent. One of our best midfielders now. If we just have a look over all his career. Not so well in the league, though, to be fair. The stats-wise, not brilliant. But we did want to build around him, and I feel like he's been in that position. I think as a DM it kind of suits him, but he has improved season upon season, especially the last 3 seasons. If we have a look at his development of all time, again, technicals not great that you would expect from a midfielder, but mentals, they're definitely on the up, especially his physicals as well. So again, a lot of improvement, but I don't think he's improved as quick. And I just want to have a look at Wirtz as well, because 27 years old, he's been like 5 stars since... wow, since we've had him. If we have a look at over the seasons, I mean, he has improved. He's not given us a bad season at all since joining for £100 million. Money well spent, by the way. Progress, if we have a look again, all time, he's just been brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Again, probably not gone up as much, but probably he was at that peak anyway. But I'm really, really happy that our 3 main players, though, definitely improved over the seasons. And they have given us all. And Højlund, wow, what a forward. I can imagine him and Haaland up front. That would be just insane. Finances, though, 79 million in the bank. Wow, 150 million pounds to spend in the following season if we stayed. Any debts? 48 million pounds still. But I feel that is fresh debt, though, for 27-28 season. They are fresh debts, to be fair. So I think the old debt has gone now. But if we have a look who's in charge, chairperson's a Leicester, managing director Webster. There's no Glazers or anybody like that. John Murtaugh's still here and Darren Fletcher's still here. Maybe they just need the right guidance. United, you know where I am. So as always, and we have done with these rebuilds, have we broken any records? That's the question. So far, no. Wow, okay. We do get the highest gate receipts against Real Madrid. 25, biggest win, 12-2 against Warsaw in the FA Cup. I didn't notice that one. And we got high scoring match, that was against Warsaw as well. £100 million was the highest transfer paid. That's for Wirtz. Martinez was the highest transfer fee received for £108 million. The highest average rating Wirtz, 27-28 season. He did get that, but apart from that, we really struggled. Most assists in the season, Frimpong, 28. Yeah, he was amazing, wasn't he? Most clean sheets, 32. Now, I do believe Costa did get 31 one season, so he didn't quite manage that. Garnacho, most player of the match awards. Most matches won in a row, 15. 28 season. That's it. We didn't break many records, but to be honest, it's kind of hard to break records as a United manager, really, I feel, because most of them are pretty hard to beat anyway. It's a phenomenal rebuild. I did enjoy it quite a lot. I really did. I'm just shocked how long it did take us to win the Champions League, to be honest. Took us quite a while. Are we anywhere in here? What does it take to get on here? Oh, I am. I am an icon. So that's good. Favoured person, Garnacho. Anybody else? Frimpong. Wow, icon. Okay. Wirtz, icon. Legends. Anybody from this era? No. But it's nice to see us winning the Premiership. We've won that now for the last 2 seasons, which is really, really good. The Champions League now, we've won 4. Finally win it in 2030. So, I mean, that's a big gap. 22 years. So we're going to have to wait to 2030 before we win anything. That's like another 6 years. No, I'm hoping we'll win it before that. Club World Championship, we did pick that up in 29. Europa League, we did win that in 26. And we won the other one as well. Conference League as well in 25. Won the Community Shield a fair bit as well, 3 on the bounce. So we've won a fair bit of trophies, but more importantly, the Champions League is what we have won and is what we aimed to win. I didn't expect to win any sort of treble, but we won a quadruple instead this season, or maybe 5 because of the Club World Championship as well. I don't know whether you want to count that in the 6th season or the 7th season. I'll let you guys decide. But if you did enjoy that, and if you would like to see anything very similar with another team, then please let me know down in the comments below. Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel as well if you enjoyed that and you want to see more content like this. And until the next rebuild, thank you very much for watching. Thank you.